Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. DOS here. We are one day away from Springtrap being on live. And so because of that, I thought I would give y'all a rundown of what to expect on June 17th, 2025. So on June 17th, the chapter for Five Nights at Freddy's and Dead by Daylight will be going live. Now, as a reminder, this content will go live at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. So by all means, go into Google and do your conversion for whatever time zone you're in so you can know when exactly it goes live for where you are in the world. Now, my recommendation, if you're playing on Steam, I would suggest completely closing out of Steam entirely leading up to the chapter being available. And by that, I mean completely close it. If anything, go into Task Manager and just close your program. There shouldn't be an instance of Steam running, because sometimes Steam won't have the new content available immediately. If you have it open, it won't show up for a while. As well, don't worry if you end up doing this and then you boot up Steam exactly at the time that the content should be there and it's not. If it's not, just wait a minute or two. It should be available within the first 5 minutes of the hour. Now then, where would I suggest buying the content? For me personally, I don't know if it's the same case for the Tokyo Ghoul chapter as it is now for the FNAF chapter, or if it's going to be the same case as all the releases before that. If it is like the releases before that, I would always recommend buying the chapter on your platform's store. So buying it from the PlayStation Store, buying it from the Xbox Store, buying it from Steam, buying it from the Epic Game Store, buying it from the Windows Store. I would always suggest buying it from that platform. The reason being, if you buy the new content from your platform store, you get a little extra goodie for buying it. As an example, when you bought the D&D chapter in its entirety on, let's say, the Steam store, since that's my platform, you got a alternative knife for Vecna. Or, as a different example, if you bought the Stranger Things chapter on your platform store, you got an alternate shirt for Nancy and Steve. Or if you bought the Silent Hill chapter on your platform store, you got a charm as your extra goodie. If you buy the chapter on your platform store, you always get an extra little cosmetic. However, if you buy the new content through the Dead by Daylight store, so physically through Dead by Daylight the game, you will not get the extra goodie. You will only get what you pay for. I say this because you can buy the new content on both your platform store and in-game. You could buy it in-game with Auric Cells if it's a licensed chapter, or even with Iridescent Shards if it's an original chapter. I would always recommend buying it from your platform store. As you boot into the game, you're going to be met with a brand new game mode on your list. You're going to have play, and then you're going to have play Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria. That specific Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria is a separate queue for you to be able to only play on the new map. So for the next few days, if you only want to play on the Pizzeria map, you would go into that queue. However, I do have to warn all new players, you're probably not going to be going against nothing but Springtrap. There's going to be some players who are going to be playing other killers. Springtrap is definitely going to be the most popular. He's probably going to be the killer you're going to see the most for the next at least 2 weeks. But you're going to go against people that aren't playing him. So if you're a new player that only wants to play Survivor and you only want to go against Springtrap, you're going to need to prepare yourself to not go against Springtrap every single time. Another thing you're going to need to prepare for is the long queue times. If you're going into the game trying to play as killer, you're going to be waiting quite a while for a match. Considering that this new chapter only has a killer, there's no survivor, everyone's going to want to play the killer. Especially because a lot of people didn't get the chance to play the public test build, whether because they were busy or whether because they were on a different platform other than Steam. So if you're willing to wait long queue times to be killer, by all means go for it. But be prepared. Another thing to be prepared for is there will most likely be cosmetics, like little badges or banners tied to cosmetic purchases for the new FNAF content. They usually always do this for a new licensed chapter. They did it with Tokyo Ghoul, where if you bought specific skins or specific amount of skins, you got specific banners and badges. So most likely the same thing is going to be happening for FNAF, where most likely if you buy the yellow rabbit skin from the FNAF movie, you're probably going to get a banner or a badge tied to it. Now, obviously, I don't know. There still is time before the new content comes out, and none of the skins were on the public test build, but based off of previous instances, this is what I am assuming is going to happen. And regarding cosmetics, another thing that needs to be said is you will not be able to get these cosmetics for free. There's no way to earn the cosmetics in the game. They are licensed cosmetics, so they will always only be available for Auric cells, which is the currency you get with real money. Only original content is available through iridescent shards, which is the currency you get through leveling. And probably the last big thing that you need to be aware of for the day of reckoning, the arrival of Springtrap, is the bulk blood point spending. It's something that's going to benefit individuals like myself who have 18 million blood points saved and have 2 million blood points waiting to be redeemed in the tome. There's going to be an option in your blood web. It's going to have like a weird like blood point node symbol, and I think like a plus. You're going to click it and you can choose how many blood points you want to spend at one time. You can even do max of what you have by pressing the double arrows, and within a couple seconds you'll have spent all your blood points. It'll give you a list of all the items that you could get, and then bam, you'll be whatever prestige you would be with your blood points. So in my case, for example, on day 1 I'll be around prestige 16 for Springtrap. That's really everything important that's coming for Tuesday that isn't like super gameplay related. Last thing I want to say is make sure you have fun. Whether you're brand new to Dead by Daylight or you're like me, somebody that's been around for nearly a decade, have fun and enjoy yourselves. Be kind to other people. It's going to be a hectic day. I'm hoping the server stays stable, but I don't know. It's going to be a weird time, but again, have fun, be kind to each other. And there's going to be a lot of new players coming in, so just be a little more patient than you usually are. But as always, I hope you all have a good morning, afternoon, and evening. Bye, everyone.